Coming up this week on MaineLife.
We are here with the award-winning Ballroom Thieves from Boston, Massachusetts, who are finding their roots here in Maine.
And also on the show, we're going to take you to Brunswick, where we'll interview several entrepreneurs and tour the brand new Flight Deck Brewery. We're back here in Portland, swinging by Micucci's market, and then meeting broker Britt Vitalius, who's going to discuss the booming real estate market in that neighborhood. Hi everyone, I'm Erin O'Valley.
I'm Kevin Oates.
And you're watching MaineLife.
An echo of an echo is the semblance of a sound. And I pressed and I've waited with my ear upon the ground. Oh, lover, I'll see you there, waiting in the willows with your autumn hair. Oh, lover, I'll see you there after many miles.
1, 2, 3, 4. You got me running. My husband left me. He fled in the dead of night.
Hi everyone, we are so excited to bring you MaineLife TV show every Sunday morning. Although we are in our second season, this program is new to all the viewers on both Channel 6 and Channel 2. Also this year, we've teamed up with Maine Today Media, who will be distributing all of our stories and content on their popular websites, theportlandpressherald.com, mainetoday.com, and all of our online viewers. You can also see our show on our website, mainlifemedia.com, our YouTube page, Facebook, so we are everywhere. MaineLife TV show is on air, online, and on the road every single week, bringing you to some of the most beautiful places in Maine, introducing you to hardworking and interesting Mainers. So we are so excited to be here at the Miro Studios. After 10 years in the media, I'm leaving the newsroom and I'm here at one of our homes. Kevin, thanks so much for having me and being a part of the
team.
Yes,
It's gonna be great.
Tell me all about yourself.
Yes, so I am the executive director and founder of Maine Youth Rock Orchestra, based out of Portland. We are in the State Theater building right here in downtown. And basically, Maine Youth Rock Orchestra is a nonprofit organization that gives music students of all ages the opportunity to be rock stars themselves and perform on stage with professional bands and artists. So these are students who play violin, viola, cello, bass, piano, and we team up with bands and artists for live shows, for tours, for music videos, for recording sessions. So they get to be the true rock stars themselves.
And you love living and working here.
I have it tattooed on my arm, so I can't complain. Yes.
Love it. Well, each week also, Kevin is going to be organizing and hosting a variety of musicians.
Yes, and of every background. So whether they are up-and-comers, whether they've been established in the music scene for decades, we want to feature what Maine has to offer as far as music and arts. You know, there are artists who are just getting discovered and just getting their feet wet as far as being performers, but then there's also artists who have toured the country. And one of our artists today is what we're really featuring on one of those bands that have some roots in Maine, but have really tried to make Maine their home.
Yeah,
so it's
great.
been exciting.
We're gonna have a fun year.
It's gonna be a great year
Thank
ahead.
you, my friend.
Of course.
And also one of our homes this year will be Micucci's Market. So now we're gonna take you there to meet Anna and her team. Micucci's was established in 1949 by Leo and Iris Micucci, and Leo is originally from Berlin, New Hampshire, and he came here because his passion was wholesale sales. So he started selling wholesale quantities to lots of stores, restaurants, and large Italian families that are in the area. Just like yours.
Yes.
Anna, you're one of
Seven.
one of seven and the only girl. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. But it has evolved since they started into the market and the retail side of things.
Yes, definitely.
And we are standing here in front of the front door. Very clever. As soon as customers walk in, you've got the beautiful display of vino, which is just one of the many things you have. So behind us, we've got the deli.
Absolutely. We have lots of authentic Italian meats and cheeses. They're imported, a lot of them from Italy and other Mediterranean areas. and we have been hand selecting them for years.
You're in a bunch of restaurants as well.
Yes, most of them that you dine at around here in Portland, we service. We service them right here out of this location.
And this would not be possible without the amazing employees and family members that you have working here. So how many family members about do you have working here?
About 8, and then of course our children come in at times, and you know, someone stops in the family and they help out. Everybody loves to be here.
Everyone's so happy.
And speaking of, here is Rick Micucci, who is the business owner.
Hey Rick, busy on his clipboard taking orders.
And so we have one of my brothers that works here. This is Ernie Galley. He is our wholesale sales manager. And then we have my other brother, Gilbert Galley, here, who is our store manager.
Wait, Uncle Ray. Uncle Ray.
Uncle Ray,
we just
catch
missed
out
him.
there. He's going to be out there with Uncle Guy.
So this is where the magic happens.
Yes.
Very cool. So you make how many pizzas a day?
Oh, there are so many sheets that are coming out here during the day. They just one after the other. And so we have Layla out here. Could we grab a slab from you?
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Holy cannoli will be after that. Homemade sauce.
Yes, the whole thing is homemade. It's our Sicilian slab recipe, and we have been making this for about 10 years now. And that is another thing that evolved, because originally when we started the bakery, it was because we wanted to make breads here. And the baker made this for lunch one day, and we were eating it, and we were giving it away to customers, and that became what they wanted. So that and our Luna bread is our main focus.
You love to cook.
I do. I learned it from my mother.
Awesome. And we're going to be sharing some of your mom's secret recipes throughout the season. So thank you, Anna. I'm going to bite in here, and you're going to tell us what we're talking about next week.
And next week we are going to focus on our wholesale sales that we do out of this operation right here on India Street as well.
Oh my God, it's so good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Micucci's Market has been here since 1949, and the family will tell you that the India Street neighborhood has changed since in some major ways. In this week's Places and Spaces segment, we are meeting Britt Vitalius, broker and owner of Vitalius Real Estate Group, to talk about this neighborhood and the trends. It's kind of hard to keep up with.
It's very hard to keep up with. We're really at the center of all development in Portland right now, where the ocean is right here, but looking around us, we see cranes and new developments in condos and just so much development going on in what has historically been a real working class immigrant part of the city, and now is really the new place to be. We're seeing properties going for $350 a square foot and up for the condos, really attracting a whole range of buyers to this area, where Portland is on the map nationally and internationally now. So we're getting not just local buyers, we're getting retirees, we're getting folks from Boston. What's unique about the listing we're going to now that we're excited about is it's a nice alternative to the condos. So these condos and these buildings around us are 500,000-600,000 and up. We've got a single family house right here in this neighborhood because not everybody wants a condo, so it's nice to have an alternative. We're excited to get it on the market. And
You think it will go fast?
I think it'll go fast.
Yeah, well, let's check it out inside.
All right.
Ooh, I like the floors. That's a nice touch.
So this house would have been low ceilings, tight little staircase, and it's been completely opened up.
Beautiful.
2 bay windows, open living, new kitchen, vaulted ceilings going up to the second floor, and then on up to the third. There are not a lot of places that have this kind of view.
I love that it's, brand new. It smells nice, it's beautiful, but you've still got the grit and the authenticity of Portland and the beautiful water views.
And this is where you can really get a sense for the neighborhood and how eclectic it is, and the history of the neighborhood. And the sunrise right into your bedroom, or this could just be a hangout room.
All right, Brent, well, I think you've got a potential buyer, if I can call Mom and a few friends.
I forgot the drinks.
Right.
We'll get that in the next episode.
All right, any open houses coming up?
I think we're gonna have another
Stay
one in a
tuned.
couple of weeks, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could get used to this. Thanks, Brent.
Thanks, Erin.
Everyone here in our Fiat 500 heading to Brunswick, home of Bowdoin College, and really the gateway to Maine's beautiful mid-coast region. Our first stop is TechPlace, a business where we're going to interview an entrepreneur who started just several years ago, took a chance, and now her business has grown internationally. And then right up the street, we're going to meet the guys who just opened Flight Deck Brewing.
TechPlace is a technology incubator for manufacturing companies, and we focus on 5 different sectors: aerospace, biosciences, composites, clean technologies, and IT. And what we are here to do is to support early stage and startup companies and provide them with both office space as well as manufacturing space to help them grow their business.
I design and make children's clothing and bedding, and I design all the patterns, I design some of the fabrics, and then I produce everything. I was just inspired by childhood and the significance of some pieces that kids wear, you know, their first outfit home from the hospital, their first birthday outfit, their first blanket that was their favorite, and it really inspired me to make pieces that would be memorable and significant.
Part of what we offer here also is connections to business resources, as well as putting a bunch of like-minded people together in one space where they share ideas and share energy and talk about how they do their marketing or where they're getting their funding for their companies. We call them collisions of innovation that happen within a space where we have a lot of entrepreneurs. And what makes it special here and great is that we have the energy of all these entrepreneurs in one place under one roof, sharing ideas, being able to share equipment and facilities. It's helpful to have that support and those resources when you're starting and creating new businesses.
You know, everybody is really in business together. So we all have our separate businesses, but there's not one person in here that's not willing to help someone else. Just encouragement, and we're all small businesses, we're all entrepreneurs, so we're all learning the ropes, and there's more experienced business owners and less experienced, and we are all able to have conversations and gain a lot of knowledge from each other.
Even though they're in different sectors, they all have the same needs or the same challenges, and so that's where all the sharing comes in. It's a great place to live and work.
Before we head to Flight Deck Brewing, we're introducing you to a new segment called Maine Tales, T-A-I-L-S. A big part of my Maine life is my dog Baxter, and I'm sure for many of you, your pets are a big part of your everyday. So we are taking your video and sharing it each week. This week, meet Tug.
I don't understand the words you're saying.
Thank you to Holly from Gorham for sending in the video of Tug. Also on Maine Tales, we like to give shout outs to all our veterinarians who take care of our pets. So Tug's veterinarian is Dr. Mike at Stone Ledge in Westbrook, giving him a shout out. If you have video of your pet that you'd like to submit for a chance to be on MaineLife, you can email us a link at info@mainlifemedia.com.
My name is Nate Wilds. I'm one of the co-founders of Flight Deck Brewing. We are here in the tasting room at the new bar and sitting in the tasting room, which is in the old shooting range on Brunswick Landing, which is, of course, the former Brunswick Naval Air Station.
Bullets to beer.
Bullets to beer. That's what we're about. We're part of the rebirth and part of the redevelopment here of the Brunswick Naval Air Station. We're the newest business on the landing. We're the newest brewery to open in the state. And we are here to make great beer and also have a great space to build community. Jared is brewing a huge diversity of beer. Here in front of us, we've got what we're affectionately calling our Blueberry Champagne Ale. It's brewed with 1.5 pounds of blueberries per gallon, which is a huge amount of blueberries. It's got an effervescent, dry fruit flavor to it. Of course, the authentic color of blueberries, because we don't use anything artificial. We use what nature gave us. And so we've got a full spectrum. Our goal is when you walk into Flight Deck, there is something for everybody. When it comes to beer, when it comes to food, we've even got some non-alcoholic beverages for folks who are DDing.
So aside from the awesome beer, lay out the land here for us with the actual experience, because you're doing a lot more than beer tasting.
Flight Deck was really about the whole experience. So when you come here, of course, we'll have great beer, and we'll have great beer no matter your taste. But we've got something and some place for everybody. So inside, we've got a mixture of seating from family style, if you feel like having a conversation with someone you may not know that well, all the way down to some more intimate 2-seating tops, some beautiful live edge tables against the wall. And then outside, we've got an enormous event space and outdoor patio. So we'll have things like a brick oven pizza, cranking out by New Beat Market, our neighbors here on the landing. We'll have some large event tents for everything from wedding rehearsal dinners all the way down to chamber business after hours. The goal is to have a space, and we felt like there was a really big need in this community for a space for people to gather. So yes, we make beer here, but this is really about bringing people together and enjoying a fresh brew or a bottle of soda or simply just having a snack after work.
And so you and your fiance moved here in the Harpswell, Brunswick area. Tell me why you chose here.
We chose Harpswell for the same reason that a lot of people choose Harpswell later in life, the quality of life. There are only so many places on planet Earth where you can live on an island, have high-speed internet access, and commute to a major metropolitan center with an international jet port. We are certainly lucky to live in Harpswell, but a lot of other people can also have that opportunity. It's a matter of telling the story about what it takes. I commute to Portland, I commute to Augusta, I fly all over the country, and it's not, it's a fairly typical commute. It's a 30-minute drive. I've met people in New York City that drive 2 miles and it takes them an hour and a half. And I'm driving 35 miles in 35 minutes. You know, it's a pretty remarkable thing, and it's a pretty special thing to come home to. You know, everybody makes their mark on the community, whether they intend to or not, which means that you've got a great opportunity to make a positive impact. You can have a disproportionate impact on the quality of life of the people around you, because Maine is a great, small, big town.
We've got beaches, good businesses here, and good beer. Congratulations.
Thanks, Erin. Appreciate you coming in.
Cheers.
Cheers.
At Town & Country, we continue to grow a collaborative and innovative environment for our employees. And as such, we value supporting others, such as the game changers, who pursue their passions to make Maine a better place to live and work.
We support Game Changers because it's the only outlet of its kind that seeks out and celebrates innovative and creative talent here in Maine. These are the people that are working so hard to make this a really awesome place to live and work. And we need to do our part to attract and retain our next leaders.
Game Changers is a weekly segment on MaineLife hosted by Maine Game Changer himself, Jess Knox from Maine Accelerates Growth. This segment was inspired by the many people all across the state who go above and beyond their day-to-day to create positive change. They are innovators, they are creators, working hard to achieve their moonshot. Take a look at some of our memorable moments from season 1.
So my moonshot would be not to have a job at the Women's Business Center, right? So the premise of Women's Business Centers is that women do a really great job of starting businesses. They're starting businesses at faster rates than men right now. And they often get really stuck when it comes to growing those businesses. So my moonshot is that we've leveled the playing field. We live in a society that values women entrepreneurs and all the skills and strengths that they bring to the table, but we no longer need a specific Women's Business Center. We're just focused on entrepreneurial growth in general.
My moonshot would be to help build Maine's economy, to make it more attractive to others. I want to make sure that we can have a vibrant community, a diverse community, and a growing one.
People can either adapt to change or be resistant to change, but regardless what happens, change is going to happen. And so I think in the next 40 years, if you look at all the demographics within this nation, just in 2 years from now, half of all the kids in the United States are going to be multicultural. That's an economic opportunity. We can either market to them or we can be so distant from them that they ignore us. I want us as a Mainer to embrace that change, and hopefully more people will do that, and that would be my magic wand.
It would be to try to abolish the stigma with mental illness, because that's blocking so many people from getting the help that they want and makes them feel like super isolated and alone, speaking from personal experience. And I want to change that so people don't have to go through it alone and they can feel hopeful.
For me, if I had one wish for Maine, it would be that it's a place where talent wants to come to and the talent wants to stay. I mean, we're educating our students. I want them to stay here because I want them to want to live and work in Maine. I want talent to come to Maine. That's what's important to me.
That's why you're a game changer.
Each week on MaineLife, we have created a segment called Maine's Got Talent. We want to hear from you, whether you're a singer, a dancer, juggler.
Not me, but while we're here at the Myro Studios, we thought we would feature one of our own students here. Take a watch.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got a Maine talent, we'd love to see it. Submit your video to info@MaineLifeMedia.com.
And we're still here today with the Ballroom Thieves. Tune in next week where we will have Hannah Damon and the Martell sisters.
Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.
Darling, don't go. Leave me out here on my own. I'm in space, between the spaces, and it ain't what I was made for. You think by now I should know, as if it made me more a man if I could stand the wasted gamble of our days. They say places to hunt, just like places to hide, are getting harder to keep and still harder to find. So don't leave me. Oh, I'm a roaring for mercy. Or is it lenient? Or to bury the moments you won't be the host for? And carve our names into stone. Leave me believe in the faith I won't find on the road. Now if I said I'd be the one to hold you in my arms, and that I never saw the day where you will leave me behind, I'd be lying. Oh! Maybe we've made this a brook too broad for leaping. Maybe I've made myself too difficult to believe in. Love has her own ways. Love has her terrible ways.